should leave the thorns where they bleed, because
Welcome back to the City Surrey Showcase. If you're joining us for the first time, hi, welcome. We have snacks, and this is the series where we highlight talent that has come together to make the Surrey music community wonderful. Today, I'm back with a returning guest, and this is Emma ALVES. So good to see you.
good to see you too.
So, spoiler alert, I've seen you more recently than 2 years ago when we first filmed the first episode with you in the studio, but this is the first time you're back in the studio in 2 years. So what have you been up to since then?
Not as much as I would have liked.
Oh yeah.
I would have liked to keep myself more busy, but really I've just been experimenting with a lot of music stuff.
Yeah.
I'm in the midst of writing another album right now, so that's been super fun.
Yeah.
But it of course always takes longer than you hope and you expect. So
can you talk a bit to that? Like, what's it like to have plans and ideas and just be like how do you kind of pivot when something doesn't work out the way you want it to?
I think I just move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Especially in terms of like songs that I might not want to use. I have like a huge back catalog, and then if something's not at the forefront of my mind or I'm not like feeling it at the moment, I'm just kind of leaving it on the hard drive and then moving on.
Yeah, because I know you've teased a lot on social media about doing some genre switching in the next record. It's going to be a little bit of a mix. Can you talk about that now a little bit?
Sure.
Or, yeah.
So I'm hopefully creating an album that starts in R&B and ends in a different genre. So on Sunday, actually, so in a couple of days, I am going in to do the mixing of one of the middle ground tracks. So in the beginning, it sounds kind of like what you would expect hearing my more recent releases, and then by the end of it, you're like, oh, that's unexpected. So I'm really excited about it. It's very cool.
That's super fun.
Yeah.
What's it like to combine genres? Like, what kind of musicians did you work with?
I worked with my guitarist and then my engineer. My engineer likes a lot of metal, alternative rock, that sort of thing. And then my guitarist, he's more into like progressive metal and like prog rock. So that's been really cool. The song that we're working on right now, I don't know if you know the term like thumping.
Yeah.
So it's that in an R&B track. So it's really, really cool.
That's really fun. And maybe a little bit of a teaser of what the record's going to look like
Yeah.
too. Cool. So like when you made that switch, what was kind of going through your head? Did you have like a huge revelation of like, this is where I want to move to next in my music journey? Or is it just kind of an ongoing flow state where you just want to keep everything fluid?
I really like experimenting. I think I really want to prove to people that I can do so much more than I think my previous discography entails. But in all honesty, I had somebody who was close to me in my life that made a few comments saying that their genre was more prestigious than my own. So I was a little bit inspired to show them that this is actually easy and I can do this no problem.
Like it's hard? She pulled an elbow.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like it's hard.
Yeah, that's so inspiring.
Yeah, it's petty, but it's fun.
I honestly kind of love it. I'm not gonna lie. It's it feels kind of vindicating as a woman in the industry too, because we deal with so much stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, really.
Speaking of kind of missteps in the industry, I don't know. I've really wanted to ask you this. I mean, it might be getting a little bit juicy, but do you have any? I want to hear both your worst kind of industry stories and your best. Of course, like names can be blocked out and stuff like that. But like, I feel like there's so many young girls that want to get into music and are intimidated by the industry and kind of not so much like, what would you do differently if someone put you in a position that you were in once before? But also like, ending it kind of on a positive note of this is also what can happen. This is how great it is. So you like basically like your worst experiences in the industry and then your best would be awesome. Just if you have stories that you could share.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the worst experiences have all been derived from men, unfortunately. The worst of the worst was like very serious taking advantage. I had a like producer engineer who definitely took advantage of me in certain ways, and growing up now I sort of realized what had happened in those situations. So I mean, definitely just be cautious on who you trust and who you work with. But again, like there are just so many wonderful and kind and amazing people in this industry. So you can't let one bad experience or, a few bad experiences discourage you from entering the industry, because once you find your people, it will be so rewarding and it will make you, come to realize and appreciate why you started making music in the first place.
What do you think like your green flags are in other people in the industry? Ooh. I know I have my list, but
can I hear yours?
My list. Okay. I feel like I look for people that my friends would want to hang out in a social situation with at the same time, or I look for people that not just have like a good reputation in the scene, but have a good reputation in like social situations with my friends and stuff too. And just like friend of a friend. And then also if I get bad vibes from a person, I kind of like make my distance known pretty quickly. Like I don't tend to stick around and find out whether or not it could get worse in that sense. Because I've definitely been in some similar situations for sure as you.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I really like that one. Yeah. Somebody that I can see myself like getting along with outside of like the work and the business aspect of the industry. I really like. A green flag is when somebody is not afraid to be silly and like kind of not leave professionalism at the door, but save a space for being professional, and then also save a space for just like having a good time and making music, like we're super blessed to be able to do this and like find some joy and some work in doing this. So you may as well like have some fun with it.
Yeah. I feel like also not feeling the need to have beers at rehearsal all the time or something like that. Not that I've encountered a lot of that, but I feel like that would be a red flag to me.
Yeah, I don't think I've really encountered that a whole bunch, but I can see that.
I've like been to studios where the trash can is just full of beer cans from the people that were in there the day before me. It's just, it's not the vibe that I'm kind of trying to cultivate when I'm working on music.
Yeah. I would agree.
Okay, so on a positive note, what's the best experience that you think that you've had in your time in the industry so far?
Best experience. I don't know if I could limit it down to just one experience. It's just a lot of like collective small little moments.
Yeah.
Like some of those moments have like are more self-reflective for me and like finding out who I am as a person. And then also just like spending time with friends and making small moments like that. And like we were in the studio the other day tracking the guitars for that song, and we surprised ourselves with what we created, which I found was really, really cool. So yeah, I don't know if I have like a best experience. I just enjoy it overall, all the small little moments.
Getting the peaks of serotonin.
Yeah.
I agree that it can be personal and internalized too. Like people think your best experience is going to be playing the biggest stage of your career, but for me, it's about the people that I'm with.
Yeah,
I feel,
totally.
Cool. Okay, last time you were here, I know I've already kind of asked you for some advice throughout this like time that we've been talking, but we ask everybody every time if they had a piece of advice either to give to their younger selves in the industry or to somebody that's just starting out, what would you tell them?
Oof. I don't know if I should be offering advice, but
I feel like you said the same thing last time.
Yeah. Oh, no, did I really?
Yeah, you totally are in a position where you can offer advice.
Well,
you played so many shows this year.
Yeah. Honestly, just get out and support your local community. I think that's super important. Like if you want to be a part of the local community, go out and see local shows. Make sure that those people are feeling supported, and then you can contribute to it and be a part of something like bigger than yourself.
That's such a good one. And it's so important to me personally, too. And I don't think I've heard anyone say that yet. So thank you for that.
Period.
Okay, Emma, tell us again where we can find you online. I know you've got a lot of new music cooking and coming out soon.
Everything is on my website, Emma ALVES. Emma Alves, kind of like elves, but with an A. Yeah, that's my name. I'm everywhere.
Awesome. Sounds good. And we're so excited to have you play a new song for us today. Yay.
Exciting.
Okay, so that's coming up next. And for everyone at home, thanks for tuning in either for the first time, but hopefully not the last time, or coming back to see the Music City Surrey Showcase once again. My name's Keely Ramage Scott, and we'll see you next time.
I should leave the thorns where they bleed, because I need of why you left me. Don't text me in the morning saying I hope you're alright. Don't be nice. You're making it harder, harder on me. You seem fine. Why do you seem fine? Like a tree but no longer fruiting. I'm the greenery you're polluting, but I still want you. You always knew what you wanted and I admire it. I'm proud of you, but it's such a shame you gave me the blame. The grass wasn't green across the terrain, but your magic you changed. You got with your estranged, and this nearly faced you. I'm left drained, I'm in pain. This is harder on me, harder on me. You seem fine. Why do you like a tree but no longer fruiting? I'm the greenery you're polluting. I still want you. Please don't pollute me, leave me be. I don't need your kindness, but I'm missing your friendship. Come back to me, no, leave me be. I never wanted for us to end up like this, like this.